And welcome back to episode 233 of the Hit the Showers podcast, presented to you by the Foolproof Entertainment Network. As always, I'm your point man, or I am your co-host. Alright, what am I today? Shit. God.
Malk not being on.
Listen, threw me all the way up. His whole ass in the chat. I'm your host, Clifford Jordan Jennings. Fuck my point man and co-host. We got the guys in the building. Got my guys A. Ron and C. T-Ski. What's happening?
What's good, man?
Not shit. What y'all want to jump into? I mean, the low-hanging fruit is the Lakers getting knocked up out of the playoff.
Last time we talked, we was in the playoffs, but yeah.
You said we can wait till Mount get here for that?
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, I know that nigga KD was on the bus with the Wolves on the way back from that game.
He was on the bus with him.
That nigga already plotting to join up with these niggas. I like these niggas. I'm gonna leave the Suns.
Nah.
He good for that.
July 4th. He gonna wait till July 4th.
I mean, you know what? I don't think that's a bad fit, but what they paying you?
Doing that. Same thing he's getting paid.
I mean, he did it.
He's not gonna take a pay cut.
He did it once with the Golden State, and then he lightweight tried to do it again with bringing all of the people into the Nets. It just didn't work out. Then you left the Nets and went to the Suns, who was in that Western Conference Finals the year prior.
Went to the finals, yeah.
So it's like, why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he go to Minnesota?
Who's the best team? He think he's gonna hop.
That's his thing, man. But man, y'all niggas is way better. These niggas was talking to coaches after the game. Like, man, y'all know y'all should sign me.
right with his jersey over his mouth. You know I'm gonna be a free agent.
He's like, you know, I'm rooting for y'all to win a championship.
Mm-hmm. He did a jersey swap and wrote his direct line on the back of it. Like, hit a nigga.
But no, it looked like they stuck in Phoenix for the next couple of years, though. Him, Brad, and they got him, Brad, and Book. I mean, and they got like what they say it was like $250 million between like those three players.
They're getting paid like $150 million total next year. Maybe getting like 50.
Oh, that's like more. That's like more than a couple teams franchise. You know what I'm saying? So,
Bradley Beal getting like 52 or something like that. That's gonna be hard to get rid of. I think they should probably get rid of Bradley.
And they can't though. He got a no trade clause.
I should keep going now.
He said he got a no trade clause. They should have never got him in the first place. I said it when they first traded for him that nigga ain't gonna make no difference. And it's not to say that he's a bad player. I'm not saying that by any means. I'm just saying, like, you got 3 scorers on your squad. 3 players that basically develop playing by themselves to an extent. That's too much people demanding the ball at one time.
Yeah, they could have kept 8 and been cool.
Right. But, I mean, shit.
Now it's pretty.
Now
you have zero defense. You got zero defense.
I mean, Mikal Bridges, ain't it?
Oh, you meant Mikal Bridges over DeAndre Ayton. Yeah.
No, keep him like on the team, like instead of trading him for.
Oh, so you would have kept DeAndre Ayton and Mikal, and just
and Cam Johnson.
You'd have had defense. Mikal,
he plays every game. Yeah, he ain't missed a game in 6 years.
He might not score as much, but he's gonna defend his ass off.
He got way better offensively too. Like
in Brooklyn.
Yeah, look at this show. He showed what he can do.
Yeah, he dropped a couple 30 balls.
40, yeah.
And looked good doing it.
I don't know what Aiden did. Aiden do anything this year? Where is he at?
Not at all.
He's in
Brooklyn.
He's in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
He's a Wizard for some reason.
They gave their whole team away, boy.
And then Ben Simmons hurts him, like, you're not playing, or, like, he be in and out, like, you know what I'm saying? You can't never depend on him.
I mean, Ben Simmons is the hustler of the year as far as I'm
Right.
There should be a reward for that.
You know, at this
Every
point,
year.
you can't even hate on him. Like if they gonna keep,
Oh
handing
God,
out
you
them
can't
checks.
hate on him high. Yeah.
Y'all keep sending checks. Could have been cut, man.
Listen, and he should have been cut.
I promise I'm gonna play all next year. I promise.
He should have been cut.
swear
That's
they
exactly
cut him
what it is. That's exactly what it is. I just don't get it. That I had faith in my nigga. He got me looking crazy as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Mock said,
jump shots never coming down.
Mock said Ayton is in Portland. I thought.
He is, but I was saying
That
they
sounds about
should have
right.
kept him.
I thought you
I
said he
didn't
was
say
in Brooklyn.
No,
Bridges and Kim Johnson.
Yeah, I know him and Cam is in Brooklyn.
DeAndre Ayton got traded to the Portland Trailblazers.
I don't
He
know
was
why I thought
hooping-
you
he was-
said Brooklyn,
He was hooping this year.
and I didn't even.
What do y'all think about I forgot his name, Scooter.
Scoot Henderson.
Scoot.
Yeah,
He
Scooter.
got a good upside. I like it.
Y'all think he had an impressive first year? I know we didn't really talk about him at all, really. To be honest.
At the back end of the season, yeah, when he actually got it. I
You
like
know
it.
what?
He got a good flashes.
Keep
I haven't
it
seen
above.
him.
I didn't see too much of him to really be able to give any opinions. He in Portland too, ain't he?
And everybody say Portland will win again. So
I'm trying to look up and see at least what he did statistically.
he did good at the back
No, I
end of the
think
season.
Oh, he
Brandon
ain't too bad.
Miller's having a better year, personally. I
You
think
said-
Brandon
He
Miller.
passed the ball way better than what I thought.
He deserves what of the year?
No, I think Brandon Miller's having a better year than.
Oh, right. No, I agree there. I definitely agree there.
About the same to me for there.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I ain't seen him play.
None
a lot.
of them was on Chet and Wemby's level though. So
And then from what I'm seeing here, like I said, I didn't get a chance to really see his game.
I saw a couple games, but I didn't really.
But
I
you
thought
need
he
to,
was rocking the goggles on. He looking nice. I like him.
he need to work on
Gotta
his
get some more help.
efficiency for sure.
Oh yeah, Blazers
You
are
gotta-
trash.
Blazers super trash.
I'm just saying though, like he ain't had.
Who he had?
He had a lot of
He
Yeah,
had
yeah.
2 games shooting above 50%.
That's gonna happen with the year.
But a 38.5% field goal average, not even 3 that's wild.
on the field, 38 points on the field.
How much is he
Mhm.
shooting?
That ain't bad.
It ain't bad, but it's not. You're definitely not doing something right with your game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're the point guard, G. You can't be the one putting up all the shots. Then you only getting 5.4 assists a game. No, he had 3 games. He had 3 games above 10 or 10 and above. 1-9.
He might have had a triple double this year too.
Rebounding is pretty decent.
Was he even in the Rookie of the Year talk?
Mm-mm.
No.
He was hurt.
I didn't know.
I think we all know Wemby gonna win. Did they already say that? Or
And close. That's why I said it's like Chet or Wemby gonna get that.
he's part
It's gotta be Wemby. I'm so fucking sick of the year 2 rookie shit. That makes no sense to me. It makes absolutely no sense to me.
I think it was actually you actually didn't take the floor the whole time, so
You said what?
he didn't play not one game in the league.
I get it, but you're not a rookie though. You're not a
You
rookie
ain't got
for
no
2.
stats.
You're not a rookie for
You
2
ain't got no
reasons.
stats.
So say that then. It's not the rookie of the year award. It's the no stat award then. Because a rookie, just like Donovan Mitchell when he lost it to Ben Simmons, and Ben Simmons wasn't a rookie. Because the bottom line is you get to attend all of the team practices, all of the team practices, all of the team meetings. You get to see the pros in the locker room, their work ethic, how on shit they are. These rookies are coming fresh out of college. They don't have that advantage.
You at least get to work out. You know what I'm saying? You might not be able to go full go, but you can still work out.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, you're working with trainers still. I guarantee you're still doing drills. That's not, you're not a rookie. That's one. Two is durability.
Overseas.
But that's different though, because he played the first year he got drafted. They consider overseas ball the equivalent to D or G League in overtime. Yeah, they do. That's why they draft people from there. It's an under tier of the NBA. So even though that was professional ball, I mean, I completely understand what you're saying, because they get to play since they under 18, since 15, 16 years old, they can be in those leagues. It's not the same here.
Everything.
But as long as you consider that to be a pipeline for the pros, it's absolutely fine for you to draft somebody from there. People just started bypassing college, going to professional leagues. But that don't mean, that you're on a pro level like the NBA. So I do think they should respect your first year there. That was just the path you chose. Because I'm damn... You said what?
Anthony Davis. Wasn't that Anthony Davis? Didn't he get Rookie of the Year after missing the whole year?
He played.
Yeah, I thought he did play a little bit, but I don't know.
Blake Griffin was one.
Blake Griffin, I think he missed his whole first year.
And then my second point to that is durability is a part of your shit, G. You got hurt. Unfortunate. That's unfortunate. But you don't get a do-over again because you got hurt your rookie year or hurt coming in from college, because you're still a part of a pro organization.
I'm just sure the league counts as a good rookie year. I don't know.
I feel like they should do it like fight sports. Well, really like boxing, because UFC doesn't have amateurs Olympics is what I'm saying. But you see pros that will bypass their ability, or amateurs bypass their ability to go pro to still be eligible to fight in the Olympics with the amateurs. But once you start getting paid as a professional fighter, there is no more going back to the amateurs, no more Olympics for you. And I feel like it should be the same in the NBA. Once you are paid by a professional organization, whether you have stats or not, you are no longer just a rookie in the game. You got a whole year of pay. Whether you played on the game or not, you're not a rookie.
Does that go for wrestling too, though? Like if you're wrestling?
Well, wrestling has Olympics. I think... Don't get me lying on the wrestling.
Like Daniel Cormier, Cormier, whatever the fuck his last name is.
Daniel Cormier.
And then go compete in the Olympics?
No, I don't think he could.
Oh, okay. I know he was in the Olympics. I didn't know if he did UFC before that.
But see, wrestling is different though, right? Because there's essentially no life for you after your amateur career.
Well, in UFC, isn't that... So, I guess what I'm saying is, if you're a fighter in UFC, if you pick a discipline like karate or something like that, you can compete.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
Right. They just don't have shit like there's no professional wrestling league. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless you gonna choose to smack a nigga with a chair, your career's done, G. There's no more life for you in wrestling.
Clothesline in the rest of your life.
You better be a coach or do something like that, but nobody's gonna know your name if you stick to wrestling only, trying to go be a pro. Like, where do you even watch that?
A lot of them become just like, wasn't there a professional wrestler or Olympic wrestler? Am I wrong on that?
I don't know if Brock was. I know he was a champion. He was at Oregon or something. He was the national champion or something like that. Kurt Angle was. He was an Olympic gold medalist, and then he went to pro wrestling after that. That nigga won his the round to get one of his rounds with a broken neck.
Yeah, I heard that story.
In that Olympic year. That shit crazy.
Like, how broke was it? Was it just fractured, buddy?
Oh no, it couldn't be. It wasn't hanging on by it. You know what I'm saying? That nigga shit wasn't just hanging. It had to just be a fracture somewhere, like in a vertebrae or something like that. But either way, that's still, man.
Wait, so what an
You said what?
ankle lock?
You said what,
Kurt
CT?
Angle had an ankle lock?
Yeah, I think
Or
so.
was it Kurt Angle?
Mm-hmm. I think so. I mean, I didn't watch too much of well, I guess what was that? How long ago was he wrestling?
Kurt Angle was like, I started watching wrestling towards the end of the
2000.
early 2000s, like 99. Like when WCW fell off and then WWF took over, I tuned in for like 2 more years maybe. Then I backed out.
Yeah.
I think it was like the end of the year, like probably like early 2000s.
I mean, I remember seeing a little of Steve Austin.
Oh, I watched
I
a
was
lot.
until like 2007 probably. I seen like Randy Orton in the head.
Steve Austin was like
You see Randy Orton,
1997.
Mouth said Kurt Angle from Pittsburgh, baby. Okay. What do that mean? Who else? Who else? It ain't Ohio versus everybody.
Mm.
Versus everyone. But what was he talking about?
Got off subject, bro.
We was talking about the wrestling and the basically stemming from the rookie year shit. So yeah, I don't think Chet should have a shot at it. I think you just got to give it to Wemby, and I think they will just give it to Wemby. But I think that they should implement something into the rules about that.
I guess they just get the guy that's still a chance to get that award. I guess I don't know.
Nah, I don't think you should have a chance, to be honest.
He shouldn't be disqualified.
From getting rookie, yeah, I think he should be.
Because he got hurt all year.
I think he should be. I think he should be. I think if you don't play a certain amount of games, just like with any other award that you would be eligible for, you're not eligible. Even and this may even sound harsh, but even if you were drafted injured.
When Joel Embiid was another one too. He didn't play.
He didn't play for a couple years. He came out on a minutes restriction in year 3. He wasn't in his full game play till year 4.
Yeah, I got something. I'm gonna bring Joel up at some point.
Yeah, he was in a minutes. What, his eye?
No, not even that. It's just like he's starting, and this is a little extreme, but he's starting to look more like Patrick Ewing. Like he's starting to be less and less. You know what I'm saying? Like no, Patrick Ewing. Like by the time he made it to like the finals and shit, his body was broke down and shit. He couldn't really do nothing. He had that famous last play where he could barely miss the layup.
Yeah.
Dunk it no more. It's starting to look like that because
That was for the win too, wasn't it?
yeah, it was for the win.
Yeah, that layup he blew.
Against the Rockets, that was the championship. But as far as like Joel's, if they don't make it to like the Eastern Conference Finals this year or next year, I don't see it working out. That's just me. Like his body is already. We can see how he plays. He plays ginger. Like he's big and he can do shit still, but he still plays ginger.
Right. I mean, that's
Good thing he got a jump shot now too.
Right. Because that might end up being his role. You know, if he gets one more good injury, he turn it into Rasheed Wallace. Stand on the 3 and just post up. Don't do nothing else.
Something like that. I mean, just big and you can do shit sometimes, but I'm just saying, like I like Joel. I like his game.
Oh yeah, I trusted the process.
You can tell like his best years are fleeting fast.
Right.
Like like what? I don't know how old he is. I don't even think he's 30. Is he 30?
I don't believe so.
I think he's 27, 28.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Body already coming. returning him right.
But I think he looked great to me, honestly.
No, I
Especially
said like in this year and next year. He has 2 good years left, but I don't see him being able.
Oh
to
no,
keep it
he's
up.
30.
Oh, he's 30.
Well, he's 30.
Oh.
March 16, 1994. He's 30. I mean, but that's teams' faults, right? Like,
Yeah, I'm not saying it's his fault. His prime, they should have did better in his prime when he was
did better as far as
more
putting
himself.
pieces
He's
around
still
him.
himself. Right. Some.
Yeah, because I mean, teams do this countless times and times again. They did it with James Wiseman in Golden State. Shit. I mean, I guess it worked out. Well, no, wait. Yeah, I guess it worked out for Michael Porter Jr., even though I wouldn't say he's ever been what people expected him to be out of college.
Jokic took a lot of pressure off of that. He was able to kind of figure it out and kind of make mistakes and all that type of shit without necessarily being. He wasn't even the number 2 option, and for a while he wasn't the number 3 option.
You talking about Michael?
Yeah, because they had the other dude there. They had Jamal Murray, and they had the other dude there that was kind of. What's his name?
Gary Harris.
Yeah, Gary Harris. Yeah, that nigga. He was kind of like the 3rd for a little while. Then they traded his ass. And now
They
it's
had Will Barton.
yeah, but
Yeah.
Michael Porter pretty much the 3rd.
Yeah, now, and that comes from the fact that he developed good in his role as far as staying in his spot.
Got better on defense.
He did.
He used to be a target on defense. They used to go at him.
He did. I'll give you that. But it's
And
like
his jump shot is pure. Like, oh my god,
is.
his jump shot is crazy.
it is.
He ain't got to be set. He can come off the screen, jump straight up and down. It's hard to stop him.
I mean, but I just don't think that it ever makes sense to not say that they did this with Michael. That's why I said it kind of worked out with him. He's not really in the boat. But you can't pick up an injured player expecting him to eventually be a number 1. You know what I'm saying? It's niggas in the game right now that don't miss games. Just like you said, Mikal Bridges, 6 years running. Tristan Thompson was one that was on like an 8-year run, don't miss games. Like, and those players are freaks because you don't get a lot of them that come around. But I'd much rather take a gamble on a player's durability than your skill set when you're not injured. Once you're injured, it's only a matter of time before another injury takes place.
Depending on the injury, yeah.
I would argue any injury.
Well, I mean,
A jammed finger.
He hurt his foot early in his career, and he came back from that.
Larry Bird had a messed up back, and he killed. Like,
He played through that shit like 5-6 years. But he also retired early because of it. He also was like, I'm done.
Right. Do you think that the advancements in modern medicine play a part in that?
Yeah. I mean, back then, you know what I'm saying, they give you some whiskey and smoke a cigarette.
mm-hmm.
No, they will give you a couple Quaaludes in the back locker room.
Yeah. We got some pussy waiting for you after the game.
You know, get you a massage with a happy ending that's already paid for.
I mean, but like back then, like an ice bath was like the newest, latest beta. You know,
Right. Yeah, he's stupid. I'm sure they were doing ice baths before then, but I know what you're saying. It just they didn't take a like longevity wasn't their precedent.
or how to achieve it correctly. I would say.
Well, see, that's where it gets confusing, right? Because we talking about the advancements in modern medicine, and look at basketball, and then look at football. Back in the day, they were the ones who had the longevity, and they had the harsher, rougher game, but they were the ones who stayed healthy longer, who had longer careers to an extent. Now you look at these kids, and it's like, you can't stay healthy with the advancements.
Right. I think the kids or the ones that are in the league now are going to be. They see the side effects of it, and that's probably what's leading them to it. And then people also around them who probably went through that don't want to see their kid go through the same
Well,
thing.
what do you? Oh, you mean the side effects of?
Doing that for so long.
Right, right.
Your fingers ain't all your fingers is crooked and shit. You don't walk the same and shit. Niggas have to ask you the same question 5 times and shit. You be like, what? What? I'm sorry.
I just don't get it. Like you think you getting paid top dollar millions of dollars to come out of this bitch clean?
No,
No.
yeah, you out here. No, I mean, even you work in the coal mine, right? You get paid scratch, but you forever fucked up. Forever fucked
It's
up.
hella
Like a motherfucker.
hella jobs like that are like that, but you getting paid millions and you think that you supposed to come out without a scrape?
Yeah. I mean, now they do, but back then you twist your ankle, so what, nigga?
Right. Tape it
My
up.
ankle too, and guess what, nigga? I had to go to work. I work at a factory. I was in that business.
Put some extra tape around that motherfucker and cut the side of my shoe so we can fit it in there. We going back out. You hear me?
Whiskey.
Shit, Ronnie Lott, take the finger. I'm going back out there.
Now, if you did that nowadays, that would be.
They probably check on. Not only would you get drug tested like every game, like all the time, but they would probably do like a wellness check on you just to make sure. You know what I'm saying? Like he might not be well enough to play in this league anymore.
You got to talk to his kids. How's your dad doing?
Right, right.
What would I say? He's doing good.
He's stupid. But shit, and he said it. He's come back and recanted, saying that he regrets doing that. If it could have been saved with surgery, but
Adrenaline was pumping.
I get it.
His ego was tripping, and he wanted to get somebody said some shit to him. He's like, man, cut this bitch off so I can hit this nigga.
And you still fell short of a Super Bowl on top of it. That's what's even more crazy.
He ended up winning the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, I believe he won one, but that year he didn't.
What year was that?
I can't. That's
The 80s.
Yeah, that's historian shit. I don't know the exact year.
I wasn't alive. I'm pretty sure.
We might have been. No.
I don't think for that one. I think I know what you're talking about. I don't think for that one.
Yeah, I think you're right. But it just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, of course, we know the difference between basketball and football, and there's a lot more room for you to be injured in football. So,
I mean, apparently there's some networks because even though LeBron has sat out a lot of games for, you can say X, Y, and Z. I mean, still lasting 20 years and putting up them numbers. I mean, there's a blueprint.
He was available for most of those times.
but you can't even put him in this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because LeBron is a freak himself. LeBron is a generational talent himself.
He has a spectacular Jeep.
Right. So
it's crazy.
So let's subtract half from that and then say that player lasting 20 years. That's a feat in itself just because you may not make it on a skill basis. You feel me? There may not be room for you here skill-wise.
Do you think Steph Curry gets 20 years?
Yeah, I think so just by the kind of style of play he has.
He's going to retire when he wanted to retire,
Yeah. I think he could be one of the motherfuckers that's well into their 40s and still have a roster spot because I can still shoot. I might even be able to shoot better now.
True. Great cardio.
You right. You right about the cardio. They said that motherfucker run 8 miles over the course of a game.
And he said in the off season is when he really pushed himself because he said during the season that's when it really feel easy for him. Cause like he was like the older you get, the harder like the off season you got to push yourself. So he's like I'm in June and I'm gonna start my workout, get to going back hard. Plus I got USA coming up.
That makes sense.
Cause I guess he won like the Clutch Award and he was on there talking.
If the USA lose this year,
Possible.
Oh, it's possible.
Think about the Canadian team. The Canadian team is beastie.
Crazy.
Yep.
The French team.
You got Jamal Murray, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Wow. Trey.
Yep. From Sacramento.
Who else? Lou Dort.
Yep, Dort's on there.
It's a tough team, man.
Yeah.
I'm sure-
Andrew
Wiggins.
Wiggins.
Yep. Wiggins.
Brothers too. Yeah.
I'm sure some others that we just ain't thinking of, but
Put Tristan Thompson on there too. Why?
the fuck Tristan.
Yeah.
They might put him on there.
Put him on the bench.
Yeah, they might. You might need him on the bench.
You need 6 fouls. There you go, right there.
Right, immediately. And he gonna be available for every game.
Yeah.
That nigga he built like he can't never stand up straight.
Yeah.
Like he's always slightly leaning forward. Like I don't know what that is. Like
Say top heavy.
something, I don't know what it is. He
Yeah,
looked like he had an angle though.
Yeah, he's a good effort player.
He is.
He was like a dog back in the day.
Mhm.
He was more of a dog, but nowadays he's just probably like a veteran that's gonna go out there and Charles up with
Yeah,
you.
we got him back. He in Cleveland again.
Oh,
Yeah, he in Cleveland again, and I definitely like his energy out there.
What do you think about the series, nigga, with the Magic?
I mean, it's 3-2. I would say we doing better than I expected.
3-2. I thought it was
It's
They
3-2,
won.
and they won last night. I think they won by 2.
Playoffs been good, man. As a whole, the playoffs been nice, nigga. As far as like the games, all the games, most
it's
of them.
2-2.
No,
They
it's
played last
3-2. Yeah, they played last night. They won 104-103.
Oh, you said the Magic.
Yeah, the Magic and the Cavs. Uh-huh.
Thought he meant the Mavericks. Yeah. Cavs,
Yeah, that's
that game.
2-2.
I think they played.
Garland was hitting shots.
Garland was hitting shots.
Mobley had
It was the
Mobley.
opposite. It was the
Mobley.
opposite. Donovan wasn't. Darius was.
Donovan was throughout he was throughout the whole game, but he was like, I could have played better for my team.
Yeah, he was 9 for 23, 1 for 7 from 3.
hit them clutch free throws, so you gotta give him that.
Right. No, he had them 2 steals. He definitely did his thing. But
Evan Mobley was playing great.
that's what I'm saying. He's so much better than he puts on. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand they're using him in a specific role, but even the threes that he take be butter. So why aren't
He
you?
look good inside.
He looked good everywhere. It wasn't that game. I think it was the game before last. He was pulling up from 3.
That nigga mom was out there or something. That nigga was playing with aggression and shit.
Paulo,
You gotta
though.
get better. You gotta get better from the bench.
The defensive
Bench
plays,
ain't-
You said what about who? What with the defensive plays?
Mobley.
Oh yeah, he had that block. The block is what sealed the game last
Block
night.
with the left hand.
Mhm.
That left hand block was crazy.
Yeah, that block is what sealed the game. But I think the only reason why you seen that aggression coming is because Paulo is cooking that man. He's cooking him. He's cooking him.
Yeah.
Mobley can't keep up, and it's not even that I'm saying that he's bad for not being. No, he just can't. He doesn't. He's not able to keep up. Paulo is a big nigga that moves like a guard.
They make him take tough shots though.
They do, and he was busting them hoes last game.
Paulo is great. He's a great player. Like he's all NBA.
Frank is crazy too.
Right?
Wagner.
Or something. Like I'll be honest with you, I don't his past is his past. But as far as the NBA is concerned, and you got your brother on the team, he's not doing too bad.
He's nice too.
Talking about Mo.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
hey, y'all boys had some competitive
Shit, but
y'all growing up.
keep it a
Everything else was crazy.
keep it a buck. Joe Ingles is the one.
Joe Ingles is he's the
That nigga's the one.
he's the I don't know.
He's alright. He don't do too much.
Man, he
He
does.
got the attitude too. He got the swag with it as far as like shitting on people. He talks shit. You know what I'm saying? I like Joe Ingles.
I like Joe Ingles too.
Jonathan Isaac's back for them. I like the way he plays.
The Magic has a tough team. They get
I like
But
Isaac.
yeah, Max Strus does all. He did a lot of hustle plays on it. Like,
Hell yeah, and he hit a couple threes that we needed.
yeah,
That motherfucker ain't
the
scared to
bench
pull.
really ain't giving them like Curtis LeVert ain't really giving much off the bench like I thought he would. But
I mean, but he hustle plays. He definitely hitting hustle plays. I think he had that steal that he pulled up a 3-4 off of in that game.
yeah,
He's doing enough. I mean, you know, Karras is another one of them that I feel like is just right up under your actual potential.
hmm
Like, you a decent player, don't get me wrong, but I can see it in you. You're capable of really stepping it up.
yeah.
But I don't see the step up happening.
I do. We got a couple games in them left though. They're gonna advance.
He
They
said a
got
couple
next after
games. He's still a young buck. He better have more than a couple games.
No, I'm talking about this series. Like this
Oh,
series,
okay.
like, on Bucks
I see what
with
you said.
20 or something, you know what I'm saying? You got a lot of games left to show.
I like the Magic for next year, though. I think if they had a nice piece.
They just need more from Wendell Carter.
Question
Like,
is,
he's
what's
a
the piece?
there.
Is
That's
is
the question.
is your boy still out? What's the nigga? The point guard.
Cole Anthony?
Yeah.
They got everybody. They got.
I don't know if he played the last game. I
He
know
didn't.
I saw him get close a lot.
He
I think
did.
Markel
He
Fultz
did?
actually progressed.
He played every game. He tried to dunk one. I remember left hand. He tried to, and somebody grabbed him out there.
I don't remember
He got
seeing him that game. I remember them having Jalen Suggs run the point.
fouled. And Cole Anthony come off the bench with Markel Fultz.
I like Markel. I think he shook off a lot of shit. I want to give him some credit, man.
He's still a
Niggas
bust.
He's a bust, but he's
Yeah,
still,
he ain't no first round.
still getting
first.
Yeah, you're a bust. You're a second round pick at best.
They
Hey,
could have had Jason Tatum or
They could
De'Aaron
have.
Fox. But
they could have, but they was shitting on this nigga a lot early in his career. I'm just
No,
saying,
I'm glad that he bounced back. Yeah, I am. I'm with you on that. I'm glad that my nigga bounced back, but you're not a first round pick.
17, 30.
But you know what the good thing about it, Markel, is as long as Ben Simmons is still in the league, motherfuckers can't say shit about you.
he's still playing.
Because he might be the biggest at the moment.
yeah,
Yeah, he might should have took that route what Ben Simmons did, nigga. Just acting like I'm not saying Ben Simmons acted like he was hurt. I don't know. I still on the couch and watch basketball. So
That's what you're saying on the low, but
Yeah, that is what I'm saying on the low. I can't see none of these niggas in anything. So, but
Right.
same.
shit, I don't know the way Ben been handling business. He might be in his head. You might be able to rough him up a bit.
Few kidney shots, nigga, might be over.
Listen, and that I don't care what nobody say. This the dirtiest basketball playing motherfucker that I know right here, right here,
I play for the win.
right on the cheek. I ain't mad at you. I would love to have you on my squad every trip. I'm not gonna lie. Motherfucker don't even hide it. Just be doing this shit.
It works sometimes.
You know, they say that they always catch the retaliator, not the one that, you know, pulls the move. So I'm sure it works a few more than sometimes, but I wanted to Mock says slow as fuck. I wanted to trying to save heat for him. But I wanted to prove a point basically. Because Mock's always the one talking about the West, and the West is trash.
Think so?
no,
I think so.
no.
So
As a whole, not at the top level, but as a whole, the West is trash. Thunder swept the Pelicans 4-0. Timberwolves swept the Suns 4-0. Nuggets beat the Lakers 4-1. Clippers and Mavs are the only two giving us a game. Everybody in Cleveland, Everybody in Cleveland is within one game except for the Celtics and the Heat.
Does that mean
That means it's a tighter. Yeah, that means there's more talent over there. That's exactly what that means.
I bet you the West win the championship.
Well, I mean, at this point, if they win it, I would say it's based off of rest.
Well, put it like this. I think
You're getting rest if you're going 4-0 and you know that the every one of the East games could go 7 games, and yeah, you're going to be rested.
Sometimes it's never.
There's not enough talent in the West. There are a few teams that are at the top echelon, but the rest of them are trash as fuck.
so.
That's why there were so many teams that ended the season with over 50 wins in the West. You don't get that out east. You don't get that out east. Nobody had over 50 wins but the Celtics out east. That's because as a whole, from bottom to top, there's comp. From the lowest man on the totem pole.
There was teams that had losing records that was playing like.
Detroit's a perfect one to throw out there. Yeah, there's always
going on the play-in. Like who got in the playoffs that had a losing record.
But that's what I'm saying. That makes sense when you think about them coming in Cleveland or in the East. In the East, when you have to fight against everybody, when the lowest team is still capable of getting the dub. Y'all's eighth highest team ain't capable of getting a dub. They got swept. Y'all's 6th highest team with KD ain't capable of getting a dub. They got swept. The Lakers, with the greatest player of all time, quote unquote, got 1 win.
But don't you
we lost by 2 buzzer beaters.
The West during the season though?
You said what, Aaron?
Don't you play a certain amount of games to the versus the West during the season? Don't you take?
You do, yeah. You play the West as well.
You play 20 games in the West if you're an Eastern team during the season.
Right.
So,
and vice versa.
Right, and vice versa. I mean, the record. I'm just saying, like, as far as the Celtics, if the Celtics make it to the finals and they don't win, that would be a goddamn shame, right? Because they were 20 games above the second round. I mean, not the second round, but the second seed. They're like,
I'm tripping.
Been saying that.
I'm tripping. I couldn't get past. You put a hard D on that compound word you just threw out there, and I was like, "Damn."
Did I? What? I got it off.
You got it off.
Okay.
But damn. But yeah, no, I just don't see it. I don't see it. There's not enough comp. Like, y'all got great teams, but it's just not enough comp out there.
This second round is gonna be crazy.
Well, the second round is supposed to be crazy because technically the playoffs are supposed to be crazy because what they've done is they've sifted out all of the best teams to the top to try to get the best games out of each team involved. The second round is going to be that much better because you've sifted even further to get a lot of teams that didn't belong. But I'm just saying there's a lot of teams here that look like they didn't belong in the playoffs from the jump. And you couldn't have went any lower and grabbed anybody else. Which leads me to believe West is looking fraudulent.
That is not.
They have been for the past 2 years, if I'm being honest.
No.
The West has been looking fraudulent for the past 2 years.
And they walk away with the championship. Where they went 4-1 last year.
They got Joker and them, they got one. But
year for that, who won that? Golden State. Like, it's not even been close.
The thing is, now Joker got to see the Wolves or the Thunder at some point.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a tough game.
Or the Clippers. Like,
nah, it ain't nothing like the Wolves or the Thunder. And no, it ain't tougher in the West. We've seen that.
What do you mean? We haven't.
Then why is the Clippers and the Mavs the only team that's giving us a game? Wait, this is my question. If it's so tough in the West,
I bet it's the most viewed two games.
If it's so tough in the West, how do a number 6 Suns team don't get a win? How is it that a number 8 Pelicans team don't get a win? How is it that a number 7 Lakers team only get one win? If the West is so tough, you can get one win against anybody. And that's a fact.
Oh, so you're saying it's top heavy is what you're saying. It's
Exactly. The teams at the top are great, but the ones below them aren't shit at all.
I just don't see an Eastern Conference team besides the Celtics, and maybe like.
Well, look what you just said though. And this is we'll wrap up the conversation. But look what you just said. You just said you picking the Magic next year. If the Magic get one more piece, you picking them to go. The Magic were the worst team in the league the year prior. One of, I'll say. So the fact that one of the worst teams in the league in 1 year can now get up to a 5th seed in the playoffs, that tells you about what's going on out east. There's fluctuation. We didn't expect Detroit to be that bad.
Like there ain't in the West. Like OKC, what are you talking about? Like,
what do you mean?
OKC wasn't nowhere to be found last year like this, and now they're the number 1 seed. So
OKC was always on the rise, though. They were always on the way. Nobody would have pegged them to go number 1 other than OKC.
Magic.
How many people thought that the Magic was going to be in the playoffs this year? You telling me that
Pablo was a rookie last year.
But wait. You telling me that more people would have thought the Magics would have been in the playoffs than the Thunder?
Yes.
What are you talking about? The Thunder almost made it last year.
Didn't the Magic
almost? So did the Magic.
Wasn't they in the same position?
No.
Yeah,
and Pablo was a rookie. He was just new to the team. Like, what are you saying? Like, they're just in the same boat.
Not in the same boat. Not in the same boat. You
right.
trying to try it, but that ain't it.
It is.
Mark said Timberwolves or Nuggets take it.
Exactly. So the West is stronger. Not no East.
Well, first of all, he's given
a
prediction, same as your assumption. We don't know until we get there, but
like last year, 4-1 would be the same thing.
But
unless it's Boston.
Boston been blowing shit for how long?
No.
Boston been blowing shit for at least 4 years.
If they don't win this year, like there's gonna have to be some movements made at some point over the next 2 years.
They picked up Holiday a winning piece, so they're
and Porzingis, who went out last game.
So if they don't win after this year, then what's that mean? Like, what do you do with that roster?
Derek White look good.
Holiday just got a 4-year contract.
Yep, and so did Jaylen Brown, got a 5-year.
Oh shit! All right, well they locked in. We're gonna see what happens next year.
They just gonna keep swapping out coaches.
No.
Why not?
They're not getting rid of him right now.
Because the talent that you talking about, you would think that if they don't make it, if they don't do something, it has to be coaching.
They can't keep swapping coaches. Like they just.
I know they got rid of their best bet.
They like this coach too, so I think
they got rid of their best bet in Udoka.
Nah.
They got rid of their best bet.
They look good now.
No, they look good. They look good, but what did you change? You brought in better pieces. You better look good.
You look way good. Brad Stevens, Executive of the Year.
You better look good. But the Celtics been something since they had Kyrie Irving. That don't mean you can get over the hump.
Oh, no. They wasn't going to win with him.
They don't look to be winning with anybody else. We got to wait to see what happens this year. But like Aaron said, see, now it's funny how you changing your tune.
The chemistry with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum is still rising. So, I mean, 2 All-Stars, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know if I'm willing to hop out on that ledge with you on that.
You don't believe in Jason Tatum?
Crazy.
I
I
don't
will
believe
say
it.
this,
I don't believe-
Jalen Brown be running to the basket too rough sometimes. He be running on that bitch, losing the ball and all that shit.
Yeah, I think that there's a lot better. Don't get me wrong. They got drafted together, so you want to keep them. But I think that there's a lot better duos that you could put together than a Jason Tatum, Jalen Brown.
But what's the ratio on that? Like, what's the ratio on better to worse?
I would say, well, now my next question would be to answer that accurately. Are we talking about 2-man ball, like the top, like as far as just top 2 players in the league? Because I'm thinking, who's better than them with twos playing 2-man ball?
I mean, I don't have a.
You get what I'm saying though? Because I can't give like a percentage of how much better or worse they get without knowing what I'm comparing it to. Because
when it comes to twos and threes, because that's what that is. That's a
right
shooting guard, small forward. That's a kind of an odd combination.
It is.
It would be like Giannis and Chris Middleton, but like small forward, power forward.
Right. I see what you're saying. But the only difference is Chris Middleton plays sidekick.
Super sidekick.
Jalen Brown plays, I'm kind of low-key competing with you.
Co-star.
Yeah, and that makes it, that's what throws off the the rhythm of the team, because it's like, wait, don't just be chucking up shots because he's hitting. Let's think about it. You know what I'm saying? But more times than not, I see a situation where Jason Tatum goes off and Jalen Brown feels like, well, let me get involved too. May not need to, bruh. You may not need to get involved. Just go with the flow of the game.
Stand down, pimp.
Yeah, but like Aaron said, forcing your way to the hoop, hoping for a foul, just ain't gonna cut it.
Man, stop. The only reason why the West seems like it ain't tough and why the games are ending so quick is because how good the West teams are, Cliff. That's the thing. They wouldn't blow these teams out. If
it can't be. It can't be how good the West teams are if they're not. You have 2 teams that didn't get a dub in the first round. It can't be how good the West teams are if you have 2.
It doesn't exactly.
So out of the West, and this, understand that this is the best of the West. That's why you're in the playoffs, right? But out of the West, 3 teams got 1 win between them. So how do we say it's because how good the West is?
Because these teams are that good. They would do it to these East teams, Cliff. If the East was in the West, a lot of these teams you're talking about, probably your Cavaliers included, they probably would have 1 win against the Timberwolves and them too.
But see, 1 win is better than none. It's better than none wins.
But you just said the Lakers had 1 win. You said the Pelicans got swept, the Suns got swept. How do we know if y'all wasn't in the West that y'all wouldn't have got swept?
It don't matter. All I know is nobody got swept out East. All I know is.
But none of those teams out East are the teams in the West. That's the difference.
Well, we just gotta wait to see.
And like CT said, historically, who wins the chip? The West. The past couple years or so, the West. How is that? To your point, Cliff, let's just go with your point with the East being better. When it comes down to that championship game, the best of the East and the best of the West, why don't they beat the West? Why don't they win the chip? Why doesn't the East take home the chip?
I mean, my point to that, it was somewhat of a joke, but the more I look at it, the truth is rest. If you know you can sweep everybody you come up with in the first round out West, then yeah, we're going to have a little bit more lung capacity than y'all niggas out East.
But that also could hurt you, though, because if you're in rhythm...
It hurts a lot of teams, yeah.
Exactly.
It can, but I much rather, if I'm a coach of a team, I much rather my team rest and be 100 than have to go 7 games and turn around, get 2 days off and go back and play.
Here's why I disagree. Remember the Lakers won
for you.
Remember the Lakers won the championship from the play-in that year? They didn't get no breaks. They had to win in the play-in and ended up winning during COVID. There was no breaks that year. There was no rest. They had to keep going. They had to keep playing. and they won the chip that COVID year.
But that's also with like y'all talk about one of the best to ever do it too. It's playoff LeBron. How many playoff players is it?
All right.
Playoff P ain't been around since the aughts.
But when the Warriors won a couple years ago, didn't they have to make it in the play-in as well? I believe, and they ended up
right. But again, you're talking about the greatest players in the NBA.
But there's a lot of great players in the NBA, Cliff. What does that mean?
So let's think about great veterans. Let's think about great veterans. LeBron James with the LA Lakers, KD with the Phoenix Suns who got swept, Steph Curry with the Warriors who didn't make the playoffs. How many great veterans can you name out east? I'll give you time. None, not one. All of them are young. Every single one.
Ask the question again, Cliff. I was talking.
Tyrese Maxey.
Ask the question.
Those are vets now.
Malcolm at the airport or something. Nigga.
I'm talking about him.
Nigga looking left and right, nigga.
Don't watch me and watch TV. Cliff know what I'm on.
All right, okay.
Cliff know what I'm on right now. But no, ask the question again, Cliff.
No, I was saying, think about all of the greatest in the team, in the league's vets. All of them, LeBron James, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, all of them are out west. You can't name a great vet out east. And to CT's point, if you want to throw Embiid in there, a 30-year-old. That's your vet. A 30-year-old who hadn't won a chip.
They said it's the first time.
Donovan Mitchell's not a vet by now?
No. I said great vets. When I say vets, I mean players that aren't 25, 30.
Hold on. What age range are we talking?
So
you said there aren't 25.
My point being is when we say that young teams get to the championship and we say, they're probably going to lose because they don't have experience there.
Right.
All of the experience is West.
No. Look at the Thunder. We talked about that all the time offline. Look at the Thunder.
Yeah, you have those instances where teams like that come through.
Look at the Timberwolves. Ain't no true vets like that on that team. You got guys that have been playing for a couple of years, of course, but I mean, you don't got no true vets that been here, done that.
That's taken away from my point. All of them are West. They're not East. They're not East. So when you talk about
better, I don't get how they're better.
You said what?
I don't get how the East is better.
Because it's more competitive from top to bottom, not just top through 4.
I mean, it doesn't. Either way.
That's what I'm getting at. I'm not talking about y'all might have the best top.
If the West ain't hard,
y'all might have the best. Y'all might have the best. It can't be. Y'all got swept. It can't be. Y'all got swept. Y'all might have y'all might have the best. Y'all might have the. I'm not talking about using the Lakers. I'm talking about teams 1 through 8. Y'all might have the best 1 through 4 in the entire NBA. Quite possible.
1 through 10. Sacramento.
No way. There's no way. There's no way.
They would have killed every team in the East. They'd have been number 1 in the
Cliff, what did Cleveland finish at in the East?
Their record, they'd have been like 3rd, 4th.
Was it like 3 or 4 that Cleveland finished in the East?
4.
Sacramento.
Y'all would have finished in the West. Y'all would have finished probably 8 or 9, maybe even 10, if y'all were in the West. And that's real talk.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
No bullshit.
Like,
that's no bullshit.
That can't be.
So,
there's no way.
Out of here.
No, it is. That's why.
Because so how do you explain
to the East? Yep. Mikey bullshitting. My guy said the East is gonna win the championship this year. Who? But who in the East you got winning
Boston.
the championship?
If it ain't Boston,
he said Cleveland. Cliff. My dude.
It ain't gonna be Cleveland. It ain't gonna be Cleveland.
He said it's our year.
I would love for it to.
Oh my God, Malcolm, you okay, pimp?
The player just got put out.
Oh,
damn
The only person we really worried about is fucking Anthony Edwards.
Listen.
My dude said y'all ain't worried about Ant.
You don't got to worry
5-5
about Joker.
Joker. Yeah, you gotta worry about Joker too. Yeah, I'm gonna be Joker.
I mean, they gonna have to see each other anyway. You only got to work about one or the other.
I feel like Cleveland play on a different caliber than what LA was doing. It's only playing through Brown and AD. They ain't really had
Cleveland don't get
I
past.
hope Garland show up.
Cleveland don't get past Boston, and I'm a Cavs fan.
Or New
Cleveland
York.
taking Boston to 6.
Ooh, hey, my guy.
Cleveland is looking shaky. Cleveland is looking shaky against the Mavs. There's no way they take Boston playing like this.
That's crazy he's saying
The
that.
Magic.
I said the Mavs. I mean, you right.
We knew what you meant, but see, if y'all was in the West, y'all be struggling. Look, y'all struggling with the Magic. The
Super
Magic beat the
struggling.
West.
30-point loss that one game.
The West is weak. Y'all top heavy, like Aaron said. Y'all top heavy.
So we 1 through 10.
Y'all got a top heavy squad. Yep, that's why the Lakers got the 7th spot.
Zion, if Zion was out there,
The Lakers got the 7th spot with a lower. Well,
These guys, yeah.
what's that one?
Like I said, that's why I said this all year, bro. Because they getting a little taste of it. They getting a little.
Y'all got Max.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Y'all got Max.
Yeah, no, that means that shit has to be comparable. Because the 4 and the 5 had one more win than the Lakers.
Better hope you don't see New York.
4 and 5 team.
Of the East, the argument was that the East is tougher than the West. West is top heavy, but they don't have a tough division from top to bottom.
I know.
I
We
said
don't
he's
know
crazy.
Yeah, okay. But even though they don't got a top division from top to bottom, they still beat that ass in the championship every year.
That's what I'm saying, because y'all are top heavy and y'all might have the best top 4 teams in the West.
Luka can win
We're
it.
only top.
James Harden can win it. Like,
Yeah, it's possible, but that's the thing. That's what I'm getting at. All the great players, all the great players out east
I'm gonna holler back at you like
are youngins. All the great players out east are youngins. Y'all talking about Donovan Mitchell, a vet, he 25. Luka Doncic, 25. Yeah. You talking about youngins? These are the young up and comers.
Cliff, Cliff, you can say the West.
4-1.
Cliff, you can say the West is top heavy. I'm not gonna argue and say it's not, but it's only top heavy because those teams are so dominant. You gotta think those teams been beating the shit out of those other teams all year for the most part. Again, it'd be no different if some of them East teams is in the West. It still would be top heavy in the West. It's just them other teams would be one of the bottom teams as well. They wouldn't be the top teams in the East.
Yeah, it would be more comp added is what I'm getting at. It'd be more comp added. Y'all don't have enough comp. That's why.
It would be more comp. It'd be more comp added, but not really, because when it comes to the championship, you wouldn't see the greats play each other because they would already play each other earlier in the playoffs because they're in the same.
That's what that's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting at essentially is we're gonna see the teams, the playoff games take place divisionally. And it's gonna be another one of them where it's like the division games was better than the finals was.
Yeah, because they're gonna get swept.
Everybody wanting to see a Nuggets Thunder. Everybody,
How many times in football do we say that we're like, man, this game might be better than the Super Bowl for real with this matchup?
Yep.
That happens a lot too. That's just the nature of the makeup of the conferences and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? That ain't nobody's fault though. You can't.
What it is y'all's Lakers is out of the playoffs, so y'all got to root for something. Now it's West in general.
What do you mean? I'm not rooting for nobody. I don't give a fuck because Cliff, at the end of the day, like Aaron said earlier, y'all's team gonna end up being in the same situation as my team and the Bulls and them. So I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not with you.
It ain't like now keep it a buck.
I'm not with your astronaut. That Cavs ain't winning the shit.
Mikey. Yeah, Mikey, crazy as hell. Yeah, I was at the Plasma Center, Aaron. You know, Brookie
And
just got to get it any way
Jared
they
Allen
can on the
ain't too
side
hurt
hustle.
either.
I don't know.
But I hope Jared Allen ain't too hurt.
You said who?
But
What?
But I hope Jared Allen ain't too hurt.
I mean, it ain't that.
Only moved in for one game. We'll see what happens for another game.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
look, that's even worse. That's even worse. Okay, again, let's go with your theory. Let's say the East is better. Like I said, how come nobody in the East getting the job done? If the East is collectively better, collectively, which means iron sharpens iron,
right?
They should be able to beat these niggas when it counts. They should.
No, that's the opposite of what you're saying. You're saying an opposite thing, because if iron sharpens iron and you're still in the same division as iron, there's no movement. That's why I said every game out east is within one game, except for Miami and Boston, which is the 1-8.
What I'm saying is, collectively, to your point, the tougher matchups should be all within the East Conference itself, right? So by the time you start playing the Western teams, you should be like, well, I already done ran through Boston and Cleveland, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I understand exactly what you said.
You know what I mean?
I understand exactly what you're saying. But the only thing is, our representative has been Boston for real these past couple. And Boston is one of them teams where it's just, you're young. You're young out here.
I can't go off that clip. Nope, not giving no passes.
Not this year. This year,
not young in age, young in experience. But Aaron, you are absolutely correct. This year is the year. This is the make or break year. You got to taste.
The Thunder or the Wolves? If the Celtics lose to the Thunder or the Wolves.
I like Thunders and Wolves and Nuggets right now. If I'm being honest, I like them.
But the finals, right? The finals.
Oh,
it could be the Thunder or the Wolves. If the Thunder or the Wolves play the Celtics, and the Celtics lose to them young Bulls, that's gonna be
yeah, that looks bad.
I don't know how they're gonna explain that exactly.
They gonna keep
about a veteran team, but
they gonna keep shaking up the coaches. Like I said, you have no option. You can't get rid of the players. You paid all of them so much. Motherfuckers is getting overzealous and busting their load too early. You didn't even let them get through a whole season, and you paid them more. What's that about? At least get through the season and see how it plays out. But shit, they like cuff this motherfucker. And I'm not hating on Drew. I'm just saying, like, that don't make sense. That makes no sense at all. You didn't even give your season time to play out, and now you're stuck with this nigga. You already paid them the bread, so you're essentially stuck with that base of your team forever in a cycle of switching out your big man.
Who? Boston?
Yeah.
He was on his last year. They just went and wrapped it up.
Who? Robert Williams. What happened to Robert Williams? He left.
Was he injured?
Yeah, he hurt his knees. They probably wore him down because they made him play even when he had them torn meniscuses.
Hell yeah, bitch! Better get your ass on the court. You getting a check? Shit. Get your ass on the court.
You can't say that. Anthony Davis curl his ankle and be out for 2 weeks. This nigga playing on torn meniscuses.
What my nigga Kobe do with his Achilles? Fuck out of here.
What?
Niggas better get some Mamba mentality, Clip. No 2K. They better get some real ass Mamba mentality, nigga. He played on the Achilles fucked up, hitting them free throws and shit. What?
Listen.
Hell no. Hell nah. I ain't giving niggas passes. Hell nah. It was different back then. Niggas is soft now. Oh, I got a torn nail. I'm not playing in 3 games. Bitch, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's exactly how it be.
I think we talked about it earlier, didn't we? Didn't we just talk about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody dealing with that. But no, I mean, you know, I like the East and the West. I mean, it might be damn near almost even for real. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
So who we got? So we just do it that. We'll just take it there. Who we got in the shit?
Where?
I mean,
where's Boston?
You said
Right.
what?
Nuggets versus Boston.
Yeah, that's what I
Boston.
was gonna say too. I think that's what you kind of have to go with right now, based off of, you know.
I'm gonna go Wolves Boston. I'll go.
But I'm not mad at that either. With
I
Aaron,
mean Wolves Nuggets. I'm talking about Wolves Boston. I'm sorry, Wolves Boston.
Yeah, I'm not mad at what Aaron said, because that boy that nigga Ant different, boy. And ain't Cat still out? They don't even need Cat right now. That boy
He ain't been out.
He ain't out. He played last game.
Oh, he's not out.
No, he played last 2 games.
Oh, I knew he was out at some point though.
He ain't got to do as much. That's the problem. He ain't got to do as much.
He been killed. He had
I see him on film with Ant. It was okay. Yeah, that's a squad right there, man. That's a squad.
Yeah, nah, I'm going the same. That was my pick. I don't really see nobody getting past the Celtics for real, and I think it's going to be the Wolves.
Take it off.
I ain't going that far, but
you said what?
You taking the Wolves and take it off?
Ooh, the Clippers would be a good option too, though. Man.
I don't know.
I'm gonna take the Celtics to win it all.
Clippers, I can't sleep on that division over
there. The Knicks and the 76ers, that series has been that's a good series.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great one. That Tyrese Maxey shot was crazy.
Yeah, Maxey.
He had like 7 points in like 20 seconds.
Not necessarily. No, he needs to be, but still, like I'm complimenting this nigga very nicely.
He needs to be for sure.
I'm just tired of the refs talking about after the fact. You know, oh, we should have called this. This shouldn't have happened. We shouldn't.
Yeah, they should be up.
Right.
I'm getting tired of that, because that's what they said about the Knicks and Sixers game. They said a couple calls should have been called on Tyrese Maxey at the end that they didn't call.
Who did you say in the chat?
Who did I say? I said what CT said.
Oh, nigga,
I said you kind of got to go with that right now, based off of what we know. We know.
And I take it y'all both going Nuggets in that.
Yeah, as a team to beat, until somebody show me otherwise. Even though to Aaron's point, I really do like the Timberwolves and Ant-Man. Like, I think they could be something special. I gotta, go with the defending champs right now, because they acting like the defending champs.
And who you got, Aaron, between the Wolves and the Celtics?
I got I'm gonna take the Wolves, man. That's gotta be the under. I'll take that.
I'm sitting right with the Wolves gang.
I think that could happen. I don't think it's too far out the question.
Right. Excuse me.
I just hope KP, if KP available to make it interesting, like he got to be available to go or Joker.
Yeah.
Because Al Horford can't just guard him. He's too little.
That's interesting. We gonna see.
Remember I said
question is,
I don't even remember the season started. I remember I said Boston was gonna beat. I said they was gonna win the finals though.
Yeah, I bet.
Who, Boston?
Yeah, when they got KP.
Yeah, I wouldn't even be able to look that up, but I'm sure you did.
I'm gonna look it up and send the clip.
Lagging ass nigga, he might have said.
What y'all think about this draft that took place?
CT got on all green. What you mean? Eagles got an A? Oh, with the NBA draft or the NFL draft?
Oh, the NBA draft ain't took place yet.
Oh, okay. I mean, but that's this month though. But
we got our quarterback.
Shit, Eagles. There's only 3 teams that got an A+. It was Eagles and 2 other Eagles, Chicago, and somebody else got an A+.
Eagles gonna have to end up waiving some good players.
And they just paid AJ too, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all just got wide receiver Michael Gallup.
Mm-hmm. That didn't really
garbage.
That didn't really move my needle, so to speak.
That's true.
That's just another player out there, but you said you got your quarterback. You happy with that?
Yeah, hopefully.
You think Drake May is him?
I think so. I like his state.
I mean,
But they talking about he's gonna be the backup. I don't know.
to who, Brissett?
Yeah.
I mean, he probably should be for a little bit. For you fuck around and make another Mac Jones.
Who? Drake May?
Mm-hmm.
He gonna be a bust.
Dude, you are.
No, I'm not even being funny because here's the thing.
No, you
What
want to
weapons?
my little pose.
What weapons does Drake May have offensive? What weapons did they give him? See, because how they did Drake May and how they did Caleb was two different situations. They loaded Caleb up before they drafted Caleb, and after.
They got that. They got that UCF wide receiver, Javon Baker. He said, "I make niggas in wheelchairs stand up."
I mean, that's fine. They've also had a couple wide receivers, and they
Keenan Allen went there thinking he was gonna play with what's the name? Fields.
Well, he thought he was gonna play with who?
Justin Fields.
And they drafted too. I mean, they drafted Jalen
because,
Polk out of Washington too. That was their second round pick.
Yeah, but these ain't what we, you know what I'm saying? These ain't like, how do I say it? Like, these are up in the air. Like,
And they
some of these other
said,
niggas,
"Fuck it,
they got her guaranteed."
if Drake May don't work out, we picking up Joe Milton III out of Tennessee."
Hey, those Gardner stats are funny comparing him to Trevor.
You said what? Oh yeah.
Gardner. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Don't hate on my nigga.
Is that y'all starter?
We don't know yet. We don't know yet. I said just based off of this draft that took place, it led me to believe they are looking at Aiden O'Connell to start. Just looking at the draft itself. Because they got the tight end out of Georgia. Brock, what's his name? Brock
Bowers.
Yeah.
Doers are out. Yeah.
Brock Bowers. That's I would say that's a short yardage back. That's a tight end. That's a 10 to 15 yard tight end. Now he can run routes and he got some decent speed.
Hell
He's
no.
gonna block most of the time. He's gonna block most
No,
of the time.
he's not gonna block most of the time because he's undersized. What I'm getting at is he's gonna be the check down short yardage option, right?
Fine.
We already know Devontae Adams and them is going to be Devontae Adams, Trey Tucker, the deep ball threats. Aiden hadn't gotten comfortable with his deep ball, so they got that tight end out of Georgia, and they got the Dylan Lobby or whatever his name is out of New Hampshire. The white dude that they think is going to be like a Christian McCaffrey. He's a running back, but he gets most of his yards on passes. So what I'm saying is they getting shit to set him up short yardage. Gardner Minshew's a gunslinger. We know he's throwing that bitch down the field.
Sometimes.
Even if it's not the best throw to make, that motherfucker's slinging that bitch.
For an interception.
Sometimes.
Another Derek Carr.
Sometimes. Nah, he ain't Derek Carr. Derek Carr's scary. I can respect, even if he ends up having comparable like stats, I would say I'm rocking with Minshew because Minshew does it out of pure I'm getting this off, not I'm scared, let me get it off out of my hands. You know, they was on the Rush podcast with Max Crosby.
I've seen him.
And he said that Max said I asked Gardner if he
LeBron?
wanted to come in there. No, he said I asked Gardner if he wanted to come in and spar. He said the team spars on Wednesdays, and I said Gardner, you come in there and spar with me. And he said, hell yeah, I'll do it. Hell yeah. And he said he got there. He said he was ready and everything, and he just kept walking around the ring. And he said I knew something was up. He said I hopped out of the ring and I asked him. I said, you getting in here? And he said, nah, the coach won't let me. They stopped me before I could get in. I said, just the fact that my nigga was on that. There's no scary in Gardner Minshew.
Good excuse though, too. It's a good excuse.
But why would you show up then? Why wouldn't it just be a call and be like, bro, I'm not gonna be able to. Coach hit me up and said I can't. No, they stopped him.
No different than,
they didn't think he was gonna show up, and they stopped him at the ropes. Like, wait, what do you think you're doing?
because it's no different than wanting to call off work that day. But what you do is you show up and then you be like, well, I was gonna try to give it a go, and then I'm not really feeling too good. So
I don't know. I mean, I guess there's niggas like that. Me, I'm like, no. If I'm calling off that day, I'm not coming. I'm not wasting gas. I'm not doing none of that.
If it's close enough, I'll show my face, and then I just thought
I ain't doing none of that. I ain't even rolling out of my bed.
Depends on how many call-offs I got.
But if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it regardless. You said what?
If you pull up, you're pretty much asking. You said I was supposed to be here at 9:30. I'm here at 9:30. I'm trying to get my hands wrapped. Don't leave my hands wrapped. You know what I'm saying? When they're sweating and shit, I'm trying to get my sweat up. Don't leave me.
Right.
I can see, scenario of him trying to do so.
Max wasn't gonna hurt that man.
I mean, you never know. So, hey, look, somebody get hit across the chin, your mind click on.
You right. You right. And a lot of times it's not the ones you throw trying to hurt somebody. It's the ones that are just right there.
And just connect.
So you right about that. Shit. But we got Tommy Eichenberg out of OSU. I like that pick. Little middle linebacker action. And then we got Trey Taylor out of Air Force. It's Ed Reed's nephew or cousin or something like that. I said that's definitely a plus, especially based off of what I seen from him. So yeah, I'm not upset. I just wish we would have filled in that, quarterback spot that we need filled every year and bypass in the draft.
I mean, don't got a quarterback.
What's the?
You said we got our quarterback.
2 of them.
We got what's the name too? What's the nigga's name that backed up Tyler Hunter in Baltimore? Brown, something with a J. Was it Joe Brown Jr. or something like that? We talked about him that one of them years because remember Lamar got hurt, not this past year, the year before. Lamar got hurt, Tyler Huntley came in and he was balling, and then he got hurt, and they brought in another nigga that played just like the both of them who I'm talking about. And I said, damn, they just got Lamar's all through their bench, huh? We picked him up. And he's still fairly young, he's like 27. So yeah, you're right. We got quarterbacks. It's just a matter of is any of them worth keeping? That's always the question with the Raiders. But shit, I don't really got much else. What you think of Chase Claypool getting dropped to the CFL?
No way.
Wide receiver.
Mm-hmm. Sent him to Canada.
Did he get dropped or did he get picked up?
I mean, I feel like either way.
I feel like he got dropped and then he got picked up. I feel like the CFL like, hey, I heard you don't got a job. Let me holler at you real quick.
They probably got a call from the NFL like, we ain't interested. He had to have done something.
Who?
Chase Claypool.
He's in the CFL.
Yeah, he got dropped to the CFL, I seen.
Yeah, what that nigga do? I don't know.
Because they wasn't playing him too much in Chicago.
No.
And everybody was like, why ain't you...
Or Miami. Or
Right.
Pittsburgh.
I think in Pittsburgh he had that play where he was like, it was like a time situation. He started doing all type of like first down shit and holding on to the ball. Is that him?
I don't know. I don't know if that instance. I ain't looking it up though.
What? What's that?
Come on, I'm saying.
What the fuck was I saying?
You said he's on. You said you ain't looking up something.
Oh,
He had a play where he was like, it was supposed to be like a third and very short, with like not a lot of time left, and they started doing celebrations and shit, instead of putting the ball back on the line of scrimmage. I think that's what that was the nigga's ultimate downfall. But Claypool isn't really like. So you think he should be in the NFL still?
who, Claypool?
Yeah.
I think there's a reason why they're not fucking with him. I don't think that they're... Yeah. So basically, yeah, I guess I'm saying I would imagine he would still have a spot somewhere in the NFL. So why all of a sudden is the CFL talk? Like, what did you do to not be in their good graces? Quote unquote. You know what I'm saying?
It looked like he was on the downfall every year, though.
You said what?
It looked like he was on the downfall every year, though.
I mean, but we picked up Michael Gallup.
He wasn't even playing in Miami, though, when he went there. When caught his way out of Chicago.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm like, what is it? What was it? Like, was it the fact that you pissed somebody off, like an owner in Chicago, and they was like, nah, let me call the boys. Like, don't give that nigga no shot. I'll pay you for the contract on the back end. Don't give him no shot. Oh, I'm sure they be doing shit like that. How much is it that we paid him for the year? I'll pay you. Just cut him after. But
cut him after.
I mean, hopefully we hear more, because I was like, I mean, it hadn't happened yet, I don't believe, but that's what they saying.
Damn. I mean, yeah, who knows what underlying shit's going on with niggas. Niggas got a lot of character issues sometimes in the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Different shit.
I mean, you're dealing with a lot of people. Not only a lot of people, but these motherfuckers are elite specimens. You know what I'm saying? Just to get that far. I'm sure there's a lot of people there that ain't humble, ain't none of that. But shit, I really don't know what this situation is. I want to hear some more news about it, to be quite honest.
Me too.
Only,
I'm gonna send that shit to you
Look
later.
again on somebody.
you did find the clip. You said what, CT?
He ain't gonna be in somebody training camp to start this.
Shit, it
training
might
camp.
be in Ottawa somewhere. The way it sound. Only other thing I got is the fight coming up this weekend. Canelo.
Canelo?
Fighting. Yeah, Jaime Munguia.
Why
Yeah,
Canelo
yeah.
trying to talk shit to De La Hoya though? What's that
I
about?
saw that.
That's promotion shit.
No, that was nice. Not promotion shit. They got real life beef. Like there's beef.
De La Hoya or some shit.
No, he's not. De La Hoya's long gone retired. They got real life beef like Mayweather and Gervonta Davis do. Like there's real life beef with retired niggas and current.
I thought Canelo and De La Hoya had like promotion companies.
No,
No, they're not. He's not. Yeah, he left De La Hoya and he sued him.
Right. He made his own company though, right? He got his own promotion company though.
Canelo?
Yeah, does he not?
Not that I know
I
of.
mean, I don't know. Not because I don't.
He
Watch
might.
I know De La Hoya got Golden Boy, so
Yeah, I know that he was with Golden Boy. He left Golden Boy and he sued him. But from that clip that Malcolm is talking about, De La Hoya is druggy for real. He just I don't know if it's allegedly.
Weird shit though. You heard the other weird shit he be doing too.
Well, De La Hoya's the one
that was back in the day.
Yeah, but it's still on record.
right. But what I'm getting at is he be getting, allegedly, from what I think I see with my own two eyes, he be getting zooted up and he be saying wild shit. And at that presser, he was basically saying that Canelo wasn't shit or wouldn't be shit without him in his promotional company. And Canelo looked up like, what? And the nigga kept going, and Canelo hopped up, and
but he did call himself out, though. I mean, De La Hoya did call himself out, though. I mean, he said his faults. I mean, you know.
That don't mean shit, though. Because, and I know it's just words, right? But you're dealing with motherfuckers who are amped up, ready to go in the ring. And you don't get the opportunity to throw a stone and then say, my fault, after you threw it. That stone could do a lot of damage.
Well, when did he throw a stone?
He threw a stone by saying what he said.
I don't think it was that deep.
That was it. He's known for being unprofessional, and that was a very unprofessional moment.
I mean, but he told the truth. I mean, I don't know. That sounds like he said. I mean, what it really started off is he said, you know, instead of promoting this fight you got going on, you've been talking shit about me. That's what De La Hoya said this whole time. I don't see the issue in that if that's the case. Like, instead of worrying about me, or instead of worrying about me, you need to worry about your fight.
It's just bad blood in general because he left. Anytime shit has to be settled in litigation, that's bad blood.
No, yeah.
That means we couldn't work this out man to man, so now I have to get the court system involved. Anytime you have anything take place like that in a business such as boxing, there's gonna be bad blood. There's gonna be bad blood on both ends. Whether you won it, which I believe Canelo did, or you lose it, you're gonna have bad blood. So it's only natural that shit comes out. Because that's why I said it was unprofessional. Because let's not make this press conference about you. You know what I'm saying? It's a fight coming up.
But that's what he said in the video. He said, "Let's not make this about me. That's all you've been talking about. You should be talking about the fight that you got coming up, promoting that."
So since he's not doing his best job at promoting the fight, why wouldn't you pick up that slack as the promoter of the fight? You feel what I'm saying? Instead of me promoting the fight, I'm going to make it even more of a controversy between me and you. It's a lot of people that don't even know who Jaime Munguia is.
Right. I don't even know who he is. I just had to hear his name today. I had no idea who he was.
He's a dog. He's not who I would select Canelo's opponent to be. But
that's what I'm getting at.
He's 43-0 with 27 knockouts. He's not a joke.
Is it a champion?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But who did you fight? Who's on that list?
Is it for all the belts or is it just one?
That's a good question. That I'm not sure of. I mean, I would imagine.
Got like 5 belts. So
Because that's my thing, Cliff, is the records sound good, bro, but who's on that list? Who's credible on that list that you took out? I wouldn't know. I never heard.
Shit. I mean, I can't run down his resume at the moment, and I'm sure.
But even if you did, it's not going to be impressive. That's what I'm getting at. I mean, the record sounds great. The record.
There's no way that you get to be 47 or 43-0 without going through somebody's as a champion and all that. You don't get that. You don't get that opportunity. Like, look at it this way: Gervonta Davis's opponent coming up in June, Frank Martin, only has 18 pro fights. He's 18-0.
yeah, I know
That's weak.
I heard of Spain. That's going to be a good fight. I didn't know that.
It is gonna be a good fight, but this nigga's 43-0. That means you doubled that nigga's career plus fights. You think he did that without going through motherfuckers that ain't been heard of?
Does he have a belt? Does he have a belt on the line?
But
Well, I don't know. It depends on the weight class.
If you went through niggas that were heard of, at least some, I feel like niggas would know who you are for the most part, right? For the most part. And we don't. We don't know this man. Magua, whatever. We don't know this man.
Well, no, the casual doesn't. The casual doesn't. But he's basically Canelo. He's basically Canelo, a younger version of Canelo. He just didn't have the Floyd Mayweather. You know, Floyd Mayweather is what made Canelo. Let's really be... I know Oscar wants to act all like that nigga was nice. He was going to be nice regardless if he signed with Bob Arum or Eddie Hearn or whoever else. He was still going to be nice. Floyd Mayweather put a schooling on his ass, and he had to figure out exactly how that happened. And ever since, Canelo has been Canelo.
Oh, breaking news. It says Ryan Garcia tested positive for PED the day before the upset win over Devin Haney.
Oh.
What's I mean, he was already overweight.
Took a steroid to beat him. He didn't have a belt anyways, but man.
I told you that's De La Hoya's son, Clip. I told you that's De La Hoya's son. They both act erratic. They both on drugs. Nigga, them niggas wild.
Alleged.
Wow.
No, that's his kid. That's on her.
But we don't know.
What you mean? ESPN just dropped that shit. Well, at least about the PED. Now the other shit is alleged, yeah. But I think Ryan.
And then what PED are we talking about?
A Hansen drug. Steroid.
Well, that's what I'm. That's the thing. When people say PEDs, immediately motherfuckers jump to steroids. But it could be like the same shit that happened in the Canelo camp. You know, Ryan Garcia trained under Eddie Reynoso as well. They got clipped for clenbuterol, which is not a performance enhancing so much as it helps you lose weight, stay at weight. It does enhance your performance in that sense, you know what I'm saying? Because
that's something mine to do.
People got to kill themselves to get down to weight. So if you taking something that helps you get there without killing yourself, that definitely enhance your performance. But that doesn't mean that it was a steroid that you took. So we need to know. Either way, if it's true, that's a bad look. But I need to know what it was that we talked.
But it don't matter because whatever it is was on the ban list clearly. So I don't even care what it was. You took something that was on the list of shit you're not supposed to take, bro.
But the only reason why I say that is because the same thing happened to Victor Ortiz. Not Victor. What's his name? It's not Victor. The dude that
Dude, we don't know how old this nigga is. He from like Cuba or some shit?
No, he's younger. He beat he fought Shakur Stevenson and lost his belt. He beat Miguel Berchelt for the title. His last name is Ortiz. I don't know if it's Victor though.
Well, either way,
Victor Ortiz is the Mayweather dude.
Either way, niggas know
That
better.
headbutted
Mayweather. Niggas should know what they're putting in their body, though. You know what I'm saying? Niggas should know. Niggas know what's.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
This ain't his first rodeo. This ain't his first.
He know. Yeah, he was going all.
And he was a little.
And he told he gave away when he said he bet on himself.
He was a little geeked up throughout.
Something he would do.
He was geeked up throughout the entire process, though. So I guess
he was.
Does that change the outcome of the fight? Are they gonna vote to win? Are they gonna change the record of both of those guys?
That's a good question. It depends. I mean, it's not like it was for a belt, so it depends on what the commission. It depends. I mean,
but it's like record and everything, though. It's weird. It's like, it's crazy.
Yeah, it really depends on the commission.
Somebody that's already overweight. He's already overweight. You take a fight with somebody that's already overweight, dehydrated and everything. I don't know what he did. Maybe he didn't do all that. But he's already, 3 pounds, 4 pounds overweight?
3, because he paid him 1.5.
That's your first sign. Should have been. I mean, I know he thought he was going to win, but.
No, that can't be a sign just because somebody came in overweight.
All right.
That could be a lack of discipline. That ain't a sign that they. And again, it depends. It depends on the specific PED we're talking about. What was the purpose? It explains. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it was actual steroids, like this nigga, then that might explain why it was hard for you to get those last pounds off.
Did they do this test before the fight or after the fight?
He said, based on the articles, before, but I don't know.
The day before, yeah.
And it's not like these motherfuckers is working with millions. It's not like they can't get the results back the same day.
Yeah, it's crazy they wait to put that out now.
That's why I'm like, I need to know more. I'm not just ready to be like, oh yeah. That sounds like there could be potential fuckery involved. But I also wouldn't doubt it. I'm not ready to rock with it till I know.
Right.
But, no.
He need to get that money back to Vegas that he bet on himself with, if that's the case. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't know if you can do that, though.
No, you can't, but you should.
But, I mean, this has happened before in the past. I don't think that... Well, I don't know how it works with the gambling now, but I'm sure that fight sports, you're able to gamble on yourself, so...
Hey, they come back, I need that 30 grand back. Bullshit.
You hear me?
You confirm and you send me the money. After that, everything that happens is on you.
Right.
You incur the danger of this game.
Shit. But that's absolutely. But I mean, other than that, I ain't really got much else. I'm thinking this is gonna be a decent one, but Canelo gonna do what Canelo does. Let's see him getting the win.
Decision or knockout?
I'm really. Oh, it ain't gonna be no knockout. I go as far as to say, and I know this is gonna sound wild to boxing fans, if a knockout takes place, it'll be from Jaime Munguia. It's not gonna be from Canelo. I think Canelo, if he schools him like he does, he takes him out, but Canelo ain't knocked the nigga out in years. Canelo don't just get knockouts. He just breaks you down and does his thing like Mayweather. Even Caleb Plant, he got close to getting that knockout, but he didn't get the knockout. And that would have been a stoppage. It wouldn't have been a knockout. Jaime, now He can hit you with
Hyman?
something.
Good old Hyman?
But I ain't got nothing else. What y'all got? Who we got hitting them?
CT's boy Braun and my Lakers got to hit him for that 4-1 situation. Or 4-1 situation.
We played them tough, but yeah.
That shit's just, man. I'm fine with losing. I just didn't want to lose it like that. You know what I mean?
There's a couple buzzer beaters. You know what I'm saying? It hurts, but I will.
A lot of big leads giving up on the way to that.
Right. That's my whole thing, bro.
It's and you know LeBron knows better. Once you got somebody up like that in the playoffs, you better do your best to lock it off.
To put them down.
If you look at their stats, they was 27 a game, 30 a game.
I mean, he was balling. You know what I mean? He was balling for sure, but you know,
The defending champs, man, it's hard to get past them.
what kind of shit is this white man wearing? What the
They'll
fuck
be
is
there
wrong?
10 times in a row at one point. That's crazy.
It's all right. Better luck next
Yeah,
year.
mine go to Stephen A. Smith. He was he was trying to get Russell Westbrook suspended. They said he called the NBA office and asked why did Russell Westbrook not get suspended.
What?
What?
Stephen A. Smith.
No,
He
but
called
He
called the NBA office and asked why did Russell Westbrook not get suspended for what happened at the end of the Clipper, like that Clipper and Mavs game.
yeah, what did he do at the end, CT?
Russ had a bad game and he just got into it with like PJ Washington. You know how PJ Washington was doing that stand on business?
Oh, I seen that. That shit was. He said, "I'm standing on business."
Yeah, like that's how it all happened. And then Russ got ejected, and so did PJ. And they said Stephen A. even said, if you look it up on YouTube, it's the whole thing. He was talking about it, but a lot of people was calling him like the social media rat.
I mean, you know,
He said he wanted an explanation on why Russell wasn't suspended, and he literally said that Russell didn't hurt nobody,
Right.
like that. And
You can feel
Why
it.
he was like, "That's my job." I was like, "Yeah, that's crazy. You trying to get?" They was like, "You." Gilly even said something. He was like, "What you trying to get him suspended?" Like they was like, "That ain't even your job. Let the people do their job. Stay out of their business."
Well, you can tell by his hairline that nigga weird.
He's wild.
my boy, Stephen A. was balling. He was balling. Hey, niggas forget he was balling in college.
Shut the fuck up.
I was style back then. It was long. And the hair off.
Shut the
Stephen
fuck
Smith.
up.
I'm gonna give my hands to KD. I'm gonna give my hands to KD. You already know why. Just,
You said to Kawhi?
He said, "No, you already know why."
Oh.
the experiment didn't work. It didn't work.
When has
Wait,
Well, this time it really didn't work. That was a sad. That was. We all know why.
the experiment with who?
KD.
Oh yeah,
okay.
man, don't get me started on that nigga, Aaron. Don't get me started.
It'll be back the same next year too. It was crazy.
Cliff, where did I say KD should go back to offline on the podcast? You remember?
the Warriors?
Yeah, I'm dead ass.
That's the only way he's gonna get a ring.
If he
I
wants
still
one
don't,
more,
and I like I told Mark, I still don't think that's enough.
Why
I
not?
do. Him and Steph. That's yeah.
They need a
Why
big
not?
man. The Warriors need a
Plus
big
player,
man.
plus player of the year, Steph Curry. Yeah.
you got Draymond. They did it with Draymond as the big man, didn't they, that year?
Oh, and all they gotta do is
that
get a big
in certain lineups, but
They might get rid of Draymond fucking around.
listen.
Nah, they already talked about how they're too committed to him.
Draymond will take a pay cut this time around.
Oh, well, Clay definitely gone. Somebody got to go.
Yeah, Clay got to go.
Who's
I
my
don't think so
heels?
either.
Cavaliers.
Don't listen.
You ain't
Don't
even
play
you
my
ain't even
Cavaliers.
winning like that.
You said what?
You don't even see your own team winning like that in the playoffs.
You don't know what I see.
You said earlier you was like, no, they're not gonna make it past. That's what
Yeah,
you
no,
said.
I don't think they make it past the Eastern Conference Finals. No,
Right. And my guy was trying to say a true cast.
and that's on a good, yeah,
That's just being honest.
yeah. No, I'm just
No, CT, quick, because when I was being honest with the Lakers, Cliff, and you remember, and Aaron, you do too. When I was being honest all year with the Lakers, what CT say? I don't see how you a fan. You over there talking about they ain't gonna do this, do that.
Nah, it ain't like that. I'm just, the only thing I got ultimate faith in is the Most High. You hear what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about them making a championship just because I'm a fan. But I mean, to each their own.
I know deep down he wanted them to get to a championship.
Yeah, no, of course. I would love to see them win again, but
They
I was
said
just
the last
BSing
time
you
they
about
won.
Malk, I was just BSing you about the whole Steph thing, like the
No, I
Steph
know you
over-
weren't CT. No, I know. I'm just talking shit. I know. No, for sure. But
my hit
No,
the
I mean-
shower is going back to Paulo Banchero's braids.
oh yeah, which one you don't like?
Man, don't do that.
Man, I don't like
how
him
you
at
rock
all. Huh?
That's how you rock them. The ones to the side down.
And now they swirly straight backs, but not swirly, but you know what I mean.
No,
But
they straight to the side.
he got them. They made to the side. Not this series.
Girl.
He
They
got-
said not this year.
No, they.
You got them
The fuck
all the
you
way
got?
to the. You
Angela
got them
Bassett?
all the way across. I've seen it.
Nah, that ain't what that's going on.
The fuck he got some Angela Bassett clip? What you trying to say?
Look it up.
Listen.
Aaron hopped off. Okay.
Yeah, nah. I ain't gotta look it up. They ain't
Yeah,
straight
I'm
to
not-
the side. They straight backs. They backs. They just like wave. They're like wavy backs. Like I said, they did. Never mind.
You know how this new generation do, Clip? They paint their fingernails and weird different. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, ain't nothing crazy about his hair. It's just like tune in to the last episode and find out how I feel about his hair. I'm not repeating myself.
Find out.
But what we got? What y'all got?
You know, may the best team winning these playoffs is, getting good, starting to get good. NBA draft coming up. NFL workouts is happening. Baseball's happening. Stanley
look
Cup's
like
happening.
Like Boston advancing, they up look like 30, 40 points against Miami right now.
Yeah, I don't really see Miami getting past that.
Yeah, it's
Especially
4-1.
no
It's over
Jimmy.
tonight.
They said that was supposed to be his number one interest.
Who, the Heat? Or what you
Yeah,
talking about?
for KD.
With KD?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, that would be interesting. I mean, I just don't see it happening because I don't know. But he got to stop moving teams like this, though, and losing. It's not a good look. It's not a good
It's
look.
not.
No, I'm with y'all on that.
Because at least LeBron, when he's
LeBron
doing
is
it, at least
doing
he's getting a chip everywhere he goes at one point, but KD ain't even doing that.
Nope. First round exits.
Well,
But
like,
yeah, I mean,
subscribe,
tune in for another week.
share, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell them to troll. We out this bitch. We'll catch y'all next week.